Yeah, so much awaited external three members appointment to RBI's Monetary Policy Committee, appointed by the government late last night. And the three members are Ashima Goyal, Jayanth Varma, and Shashanka Bhide. Ashima Goyal is, of course, the known one, and she's an old hand in monetary policy formulation, and that's why her appointment came as no surprise to economists, and it was well anticipated. Reason being that she was the part of RBI's technical advisory committee who used to advise RBI on the policy-related matter. This is much before the existence of MPC in 2016. Other than that, she's been providing consultation to multilateral institutions, including World Bank and Asian Development Bank, and so on and so forth. Currently, she is the member of one of the most powerful Economic Advisory Council of Prime Minister, which is instrumental and closely work with the government in the policy making decision. And that's why, being the member of such council, she's been instrumental and deeply involved in all such issues and challenges, and of course the COVID related stress which government is facing. And not just that, she's been part of the government's 20 trillion package also, and the planned one which is expected to come in coming months. So of course she's one of the good pick here, and she's been vocal about lot of such outcomes of MPC meeting also in past. So of course it will be interesting to see her on board. Jayanth Varma, on the other hand, is little known for his macro views. He is currently with IIM Ahmedabad and teaches capital markets, including alternative investments and corporate finances. Earlier, he was with Securities and Exchange Board of India as a whole-time member for 1 year, and before that, as a part-time member at SEBI board for at least 3 years. So, of course, he is an expert in the financial market sector. And he also on the board of various listed companies, including Axis Bank and Punjab National Bank, etc. So apart from that, he's chaired a lot of committees formed by Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, RBI, and also the part of RBI former Raghuram Rajan's committee deals with financial reforms and so. So he is, of course, getting a lot of his experience with respect to financial markets. Third member, which is Shashanka Bhide, is mostly coming from the research background. He has done a lot of research and wrote a lot of books and journals on the agriculture. You can also call him macro modeler because he has done a lot of analysis on poverty, infrastructure, macroeconomics, socioeconomics. So he is getting a lot of his research experience to the MPC panel, and definitely it will help the committee to take right decision and to adhere with the mandate of the panel by the RBI and the government. So RBI today announced the new date of Monetary Policy Committee meeting, which is now on October 9th, 3 days to go. So obviously members will have to face challenges, and it is very difficult for them to assert their own voice and assessment and research work here, at least in the first meeting, which is on Friday. However, for Goyal, it would be not very challenging because she's been the part of this exercise, such sort of decision making, particularly to the policy related matter. However, for the other two, it's gonna be real challenging because they need to actually sit and understand the whole mandate and how they go about it, their own assessment and their own research expertise to deal with. So of course we'll see their own sort of voice and assessment in the next meeting, but not in the first meeting, which is on Friday. So there is a thought among the economists that there has to be one banker, maybe a former banker, at the MPC panel. Reason being that bankers are like well aware of the fact, the internal and external challenges and how to balance between the RBI sort of mandate and the government mandate. Also, he's well aware how to keep balance between the inflation and the growth. So where the target, it's mandatory to meet 4% and upper limit should not go beyond 6% and the lower threshold should not go beyond 2%. So such kind of calculation and computation, a banker would know better, and that's what economists view, and where they're saying that banker should be there in panel like NPC. Last week, Reserve Bank of India had to defer its policy meeting, also known as bi-monthly meeting, without giving any sort of explanation to it. Only because of the reason that government was not able to appoint 3 members, which is the external members, on MPC board. The meeting was scheduled for September 29th, September 30th, and October 1st. However, due to lack of members, they would not be able to go with that scheduled meeting, and that's why they postponed it. My sources were telling me that this is because that they already shortlisted the candidate. However, there's some kind of security clearance were pending, and that's why they delayed the whole meeting and the process. But somewhere the question also arises that the important committee like MPC, and amid the situation of COVID, where it is very much needed to have a committee and the policy related issue to be discussed, and the whole rate setting is depend on the MPC committee. Members should have appointed much in advance and should not have waited for the last moment, because the last policy meeting with the former members were held in August itself. So they should have come out with the members much in advance, so that they would have prepared with the mandate of MPC committee, and they would have come up with their expertise and research and their own assessment in the fresh meeting with the whole new set of people. But that would not, that wouldn't happen for simple reason that they would not be able to maybe clear or shortlist the candidate. Even after shortlisting it, they would not be able to appoint them on time. The answer is no, because they will stick to their target of price stability and inflation rate, which has to be between 4 and 6%. Governor RBI Shaktikanta Das has time and again said that price stability is important, but they cannot ignore the growth. So this new panel also should focus and will focus on the balance between the price stability and the growth.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.